Well, hello guys. It is 3:21 p.m. on Sunday afternoon and I'm about to get my quarter chicken and chips gravy and order. I'm tongue tied. I'll say that again. Quarter chicken and chips gravy. Quarter chicken and chips with small gravy order. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me put this phone on charge. I got my bread and milk and some rice puddings, tinned rice cream, because I think it's got more rice in it than what the Wicked Sister rice pudding has. It's just full of cream and custard, which is nice, but it's doesn't have enough rice in it for my liking. Oh, fucking Jesus. I've got all this braille labelling stuff over here, which I'll deal with all of that tomorrow because I'm recovering from doing labelling jobs for almost 4 hours last night. I did a huge amount of stuff, like heaps. I did a lot of fucking stuff. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm going to make my cup of tea now. I'm just going to put hot water into it.
Door open.
Hot water into my cup of tea to make it. Tea bag went all the way into the bloody. I hate it when I make cups of tea and the whole string, including the little tag on the bottom of the string, goes into the cup. Like the whole lot goes in there, and I'm like, you bloody stupid thing. Now I have to get the tag out. Oh, Jesus, it's all in there, I can't do it. Oh, fuck. When I do cups of tea, the string and that collapses into the cup. It just collapses in there. It just swoops into the cup and I can't get it out. Oh, those large cups are great, but when the tea bag, because I keep forgetting, when the tea bag is in the cup and the tag hangs over the side and then I tip hot water in, the whole lot gets dragged in. Whereas if I put hot water into the teacup and then I put the tea bag in, the tea bag goes in but the string stays hanging out with the tag on it, and I keep forgetting about that. So I got a new bottle of fresh milk, which is good, and tomorrow I'll be sorting out a support worker to take me to my psychology appointment. And then, yeah, I'm going to get dinner on the way home. That's for sure. I can't do my shopping outing this fortnight, this Thursday, because my money is really tight. I had to pay $50 for medication yesterday. I had to pay 2 electricity bills. One was $132, the other one was $107. I had to pay both of them this week. Then I had to pay $90 because it was $70 for the Braille sticky sheets, $75 plus a $15 delivery fee. And that's why when I pay a delivery fee on stuff, I make sure that I buy enough stuff that the delivery fee is worth it, because if the sheets are $2 but the delivery fee is $20, that makes $22 for one sheet of paper. I mean, that's expensive. I will be getting a reimbursement from the NDIS, but due to my money being so short this week, I still can't do my shopping outing, because on Wednesday I have to use that $90 to buy lunch, go for a walk at the botanical gardens, and then go to the shops to get weekly stuff like milk, groceries like a bit of pumpkin and broccoli to, go with some sausages that I've got in the freezer, and a bit of salad to go on bread. So I don't get it all that easy this week. I don't get it off lightly. I at least now won't have to pay any more bills for another probably 3 or 4 weeks, which is good news. I have to pay my bloody fucking phone bill tonight. Oh, I'm going to go and pay my phone bill right now. I will be back. Oh, Jesus. told me I needed to put my credit card number in, so I'm not doing it. It can auto recharge all by itself tonight. And if I find it hasn't done that, I'm going to get very fucking angry. I'm going to get very pissed off. Because it didn't... I thought it saved... Unless I somehow didn't save my credit card details in my Optus recharge service last time when I called them. Oh, this is bullshit. I honestly hate technology. 10 years ago when I was younger, technology worked a lot better than it does now. I hate it. What's going on with Uber Eats now? What the
Speech
fuck
on.
is going on
with
with
Page 2 of 3. Drop. Check. Via. AB. BOM. AB. Google Map. Files.
What the fuck is
Contacts.
going on with them?
Home. Messages.
Oh, come on!
Uber Eats. Mabel. Uber Eats. Uber Eats. Close. Button. Share. Hell. Almost here. Arriving now.
Oh, it's arriving now. Okay. Alright. That's fine.
Uber Eats. Now. Uber Eats. Your delivery person just tried to contact you. Open the app to track your order. Time sense. Minus iPad. Step 11. Back button. 11:35. 11:36. Speech off.
Okay, I just had to make sure that it's working because Uber Eats rang me and they brought my chips order to me. So what am I doing? I'm getting a plate. I'm getting a plate. I'm getting a plate. I'm getting a plate. What I'm doing is getting a plate because it will be easier. It will be fucking easier. Oh, that's my hot tea. That's fine. Put that aside. Get a plate. Well, now I know that the fucking Recorder HQ pauses after each time someone rings me, so now I know. Yeah, it's easier just to put the food on a plate. Just deal with it that way. Okay, gently tip it all onto the plate. Because then I can just chuck out the rubbish. Throw out all the rubbish and I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about the rubbish then, I can get rid of the shit. That's coleslaw and that's gravy. I'm going to put the coleslaw in the fridge. It had better be coleslaw, I'll tell you. If they've given me pasta salad, I'm going to get the shits with them. And I won't be ordering from them anymore. If they have given me the wrong one, they're not getting my orders anymore. Because I don't like it when people start out great, then they get really dodgy after a while and they give me the wrong order. And I'm like, I don't like restaurants that do that. They either give me the correct order or they piss off. That's just how it is. Because I cannot tolerate people giving me the wrong stuff. I just can't bloody stand it. Absolutely shit when people do the wrong thing. Then they deny it to my face and say, we ran out of this, we ran out of that. It's like, well, no they didn't. They probably didn't double check to make sure that they had any left. And if they ran out, why aren't they ringing me to tell me that they've run out of stuff? You know, like I know when people are bullshitting me, I can tell. I won't tolerate any bullshitting from anybody. Not in a pink fit will I tolerate any of that bullcrap from anyone. Just going to let the food cool off for a minute or two and chuck out all this rubbish. When there is rubbish, I get rid of it straight away, and I let the food cool off for about a minute so it's not all hot and hard to eat. My hot tea will be brewed up by now. Bring it to the table. My hot tea doesn't take long to, to get nice and ready to drink, and some of the neighbours will let their tea sit for 10 minutes. I just let mine sit for 5 or 6 minutes, and that's plenty. The plate is a lot easier to eat from. It's not as messy as having to deal with fucking eating off some paper, and then you got to chuck the paper in the rubbish bin, and you get mess everywhere, and you think, if you get the food off the paper onto a plate, then all you've got is a plate to put in the sink and not as much mess. I definitely can't fault the chicken from this place. I can't fault it. What I will not tolerate, though, is receiving the wrong orders. I can't stand it. People need to be doing their jobs properly, or I will ditch them. This is beautiful. I don't know who passed me their sore throat yesterday, but it's getting to me, and now I can't tell anyone tomorrow that my throat is sore, or otherwise my lesson will be cancelled. If you've got a white cane lesson, you just tell people that you're fine. You don't tell them you're sick, because then they cancel it. And I don't cancel anything when I'm sick unless it's like really bad. And I'm sorry to those who think that it's me being selfish, but go and smoke your pipe. Go and put your pipe up your ass and smoke it, because I'll do whatever I like in this world. You do what you want and mind your own business, and I'll do what I want and I'll mind my own business. Otherwise, put your pipe up your backside and smoke it. Yum. I absolutely love my chips and gravy. And I must say, this website that I checked out yesterday is called Visibility. So it's VISA. I'll say it again. It's capital VIS and then without spacing. So it's Visibility. It's one word. VISABILITY. It's capital VIS, capital ABILITY. Visibility. They offer, for anyone living in Australia, they offer Australian pricing for their products, which is fucking awesome. They only work from Monday to Friday. So they're NDIS approved as well. They're an NDIS provider. So you can either self-manage your payments by buying stuff and then so you buy the stuff and then you send the receipts to the NDIS and then you get your money back. The other option is you can ring this phone number. I won't say it here, you'll find it on Visibility's homepage. It is accessible with voiceover and with braille displays, so please have a look. Now, some of the elements and buttons, at first glance you're like, is this going to work or not? Just tap on it and it will work. It's a really good website. If you buy something on the weekend, don't panic if you don't find your order going through the next day. It's because they only work from Monday to Friday and they're busy. So if you want something to be paid for straight away, order stuff from, I think it's 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. on Monday to Fridays. So if you're really pedantic and fussy about, when you pay for stuff, you want people to receive the receipt and confirm within 2 hours or something, then please try to pay within business hours. Otherwise, like me, I don't give a shit. I just pay for stuff and wait for their business hours to allow them to confirm payments. But if you find it important to receive receipts and all that shit in a couple of hours, which some people do and some don't, please don't do orders on the weekends. See, I do stuff because I know it'll give me an order number and it tells me that it's, I can log back into Visibility, into my account, and it will say the order's unfulfilled and there's an order number and when I submitted the order. But if you're interested in trading within business hours because it's quicker and all that stuff, then yeah, I would advise not buying stuff on Saturday or Sunday, and preferably not after 5:30 p.m. on weeknights either. But if you're laid back and you submit an order because you know someone's going to receive that order and fix it the next day, then yeah, just submit your order and it'll tell you when it's being processed. You'll get an email with your new receipt. I don't have an email yet because I've got to wait till tomorrow to get my receipt. And then I'm going to send it to the NDIS. The other option is for you to ring this phone number. And they will process your NDIS plan number. And they will use your NDIS package and order stuff for you. So if you can't self-manage your payments for some reason, you've got other big bills to pay, ring them up and say, can you please use my NDIS plan number, blah, blah, blah. And if you've got $100 spare and you want to spend it on something, but you're bored, you've got nothing better to do than do online shopping, then please pay for what you want with Australian pricing. And when you receive your receipt that you're going to get your order within a few days or a couple of weeks or something, then you send it to the NDIS, and they, the NDIS takes that amount that you've asked for out of, for example, $75 out of your package, and you get your order. So that's how that works. And if you self-manage, you've got to give the NDIS your bank account details so they can pay you back. That's important. Otherwise, go right ahead and use that bloody awesome website. Visibility is awesome. So now I can use Vision Australia and Visibility to buy stuff, to purchase things, because there's more and more websites being registered by the NDIS for adaptive technology and blindness products and hearing aids and stuff like that. So I highly recommend you guys check out this website. And if you got low vision or totally blind, you still need to check out the website. It is fucking awesome. Keeping, maintaining your health care and your health care and all this other shit is expensive. But if you've got an NDIS plan, utilise it. And when I'm at the doctor and they say, can you do this? And I say, and they say, can do this and can do that. I say, no, I need to use my Braille labeler or my talking pen friend labeler to do that. And the doctor's like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I can't use a pencil and paper. When I'm at the pharmacist, I tell them there should be a digital copy on file of the script. The doctor wants me to keep the original script in case I lose this script, or in case the pharmacy guys lose the digital script, which they shouldn't. I have to keep a copy for myself and a digital copy at the chemist. And they're like, oh wow. And I said, yeah, the doctor's pretty strict about that. So I always make sure that they give me my copies of my documents back. And then I tell them there's some things I can't put Braille on because it'll sometimes braille labelling can cause problems for doctors when they're scanning stuff. The braille labelling can interfere. If you accidentally cover a printed scanner code, then that won't work. So you got to be a bit careful where you put braille labelling on documents that have got scan codes on them. Because once that fucks up, you've got to get a new paper document. So I tell pharmacists that if I can't put braille on something because it's got a scan code or something in it that I can't put tape over, I get the support workers to double check it for me. So, yeah. The other thing I want to remind people is if their workers say, oh, can we arrange to use online supermarkets for shopping, say no. At least in Australia, don't know about UK and America and that, but if you use Coles and Woolworths, their websites work great when you've got vision. If you've got low vision or you can't see, unfortunately, both supermarket chains have taken away accessibility from their websites. I can no longer use Woolies or Coles. So, I use Uber Eats to get some groceries here and there, and the rest of the time I go to the shops and I tell support workers that I won't tolerate food being delivered and sat there for 2 hours, especially when it's sitting around for 2 hours before it gets delivered. If it's not a packet of biscuits or a packet of chips, I'll be chucking it in the rubbish bin because I won't eat it. And I said to them, if you wouldn't feed that food to your dog, why are you giving it to me? Because I won't eat it. I wouldn't even feed all the rotten food that Woolworths and Coles delivers to people. I wouldn't even feed it to a friggin' crocodile, let alone a dog. And that's insulting to the animal kingdom. Dogs will eat just about anything, but I still wouldn't give that shit to a dog. Why would I fucking eat it? I said if I perceive the food is not fresh, it goes into the bin. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't get a $5 meal. If a meal was $2, I'd buy it. It's not how cheap the food is that bothers me. It's how rotten the food is that bothers me. I will only eat decent food. I don't give a flying fuck if it's $1 million or if it's $1. If it's decent, I'll eat it. If it's shit, I'll chuck it in the bin. So I told several workers not to help me do an online order because I won't be accepting it. And when it's dropped at the door, I will be very strict and I will throw food out at the first sign of problems. I am very pedantic and strict with food. This chicken and chips meal on occasion is beautiful. Yeah, I deliberately because I'm sick of Coles Online, I changed my credit cards because Coles kept using my credit card to pay for something that I don't use. It kept charging me. And I changed my email address to an email that I don't use because I'm sick of receiving bullshit junk mail from Coles, so I changed the email address to one that I don't use. And I reordered new debit cards so that Coles can't keep charging me, and Woolies no longer has my banking information. I don't know why my throat's sore. Fuck. What's wrong with it? Oh, don't tell me I'm getting a fucking cold. Jesus. Mm, um, who gave me an illness yesterday? Who passed on a virus to me without fucking telling me? Oh, Jesus. I know it's not my food doing it to me because I'm really strict how I eat. So don't blame my diet because it's not happening. I'm really careful with how I eat. Oh, this chicken's yum. Um, there's probably another virus going around and I've just caught the bloody thing, probably. I think for now I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and not tell anyone tomorrow. I don't think that honesty gets you very far in this fucking world. So I'm not going to tell anyone if I'm not well. People can mind their own fucking beeswax and they can smoke their pipe. in the morning I'm going to take heaps of, well, not like all at once, but I'm going to take several different medications so that I can deal with going out without feeling too crook, and I don't have to tell anyone that I'm sick. Because frankly, my problems are not anyone else's moral responsibility, and it is not my moral responsibility to keep everybody else healthy. It's my moral responsibility to keep me healthy, but how other people deal with their health is not my bloody beeswax, and I'm not about to try and make it my business. You know, I might spread germs around, I might do this, I might do that. Well, how other people look after themselves is not my moral duty. That was absolutely beautiful. Yum. I'm going to turn my heater off because I don't want to pay another $130 electric bill in September. I don't mind paying $2 or $3, but not $130. And when it's freezing cold at 5 in the morning, I'll turn the heater on. When it isn't so bad, I'll leave it, because I'm sick of paying very large bills. I think the heater's off. I've got a long sleeves nightie on. Oh God, I must be getting sick. Well, I'm keeping my mouth shut in the morning, and I'm not going to say anything, even if they say, have you got a cold? I'm just going to say no. isn't my problem. Not my problem. It is called shut up and say nothing unless you're at the doctor. No, I'm just going to take some Panadol in the morning, Claritine, and Vicks inhaler. Yeah, I'll be right.
Speech on. Stereo. M4. iPad mic. -30. Pause. Button. Stop. Button.
This cup of tea is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I'm going to do a little bit of reading tonight. Oh, I need to take my magnesium pill. Shit. Oh, I forgot about it. Forgot all about my fucking magnesium tablet. Forgot all about it. I also forgot to put tomorrow's pills away. Jesus. Forgot about them. Fuck. Oh God. I didn't think of the next day's fucking pills. Jesus. Never thought about it at all until today. Oh, need to make sure I haven't dropped any of them, so I've got vitamin D, vitamin B, my little tiny hormone, my zinc, my 2 vitamin C's and my thing. Yeah, that's good. Then I've got Tuesdays and Wednesdays pills. That's okay. I need to remember to take that magnesium tablet tonight. Yum. Water. Who reckons in this fucking world that you can have too much water? I don't know what that means. Do you? Oh dear God, if you come back with some smart ass comment, don't you dare, because I'll say, what, do you want me to drink that much water and throw up? Do you? If I drank that much water, that it would cause me to, I guess, I don't know, drown myself. You know, when you drink enough water that your brain cells swell up, I'd be spewing and diarrhea and all that stuff. Like, no thank you, I'm not drinking 10 cups of water in one go. Oh, yuck. I'll drink 3 cups at most, but not fucking 10. And, hello, do you know what medication it is called when you need to drink 2 or 3 litres of water because you've had a massive run, you're thirsty and your heart's a bit racing and your chest is sore, and, you know, not like severe pain, but just like your chest can hurt a bit from too much exertion. It is actually called hydrolyte for a very good reason. You mix 1 or 2 tablets in a glass of water. Well, I mix 1 tablet in. And you can buy these dissolving sachets that you just tip 1 into a cup of water. It's your choice. And you can get this liquid that you tip into a cup as well. It's called Hydrolyte. There's a few brands. You can get Pedialyte, you can get Ensure, you can get Gatorade. Pedialyte and Ensure and Hydrolyte are like the strongest, besides Sustagen. But when you're just talking about hydration rather than a vitamin top-up from Sustagen, you would get Pedialyte or Ensure or Hydrolyte, because they're a lot more condensed, concentrated, than Gatorade. Like, Gatorade is still good, it's not bad, but it's not as concentrated as Hydrolyte and Ensure and Pedialyte. I can drink Hydrolyte without any kind of side effect. I just drink it and it takes on quickly. Now, if you're so thirsty that you're drinking a lot of water over the day, but you still feel a bit sick and you think that, the amount of water that you're drinking is going to give your body too much fluid to process, which it probably won't, but if there's that fear in the back of your mind, and sometimes people still ring up the ambulance and they get an IV put in their hand with extra salt solution, so they strengthen the saline content in your IV when you're getting too much water but not enough electrolytes. So when you're drinking for hydration but your electrolytes are imbalanced and it's deteriorating and water isn't helping you, they'll give you a special solution with a lot stronger electrolyte solution. And if they do a test and your sodium content is low because you've tried hard to drink water but you're thirsty, so you drink more water, and the next day you're thirsty so you drink a lot of water, it's like you'll lower your sodium content after a while. You can get the ambulance to do a program for you at the hospital for a few hours, but you can, before you get to that stage, you can drink Hydrolyte, and that prevents you from getting that heat stroke type illness, because it stops you from losing electrolytes and salt when you're drinking a lot of water. So you can have your several cups of water and then have 1 or 2 cups of Hydrolyte, and that will fully prevent or completely stop, completely prevent, in most cases, a complete fuck up of your fluid balance in your body, and then you wouldn't need to ring the ambulance, you wouldn't need to go to the hospital. But if you're like sick as a dog and you still have to go to the hospital, you just take all of your stuff along with you and you tell them what you tried to take and what didn't work. And for all you know, it could be something else affecting you. It might not be heat stroke, it could be anything. But at least the doctors will know and fix it, because they've got special prescription strength stuff that is like having 4 tablets of Hydrolyte all at once. But they can put it in your IV so it slowly goes into your body over about 8 hours. Instead of drinking 4 tablets at once, it'll go in all over 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours. And I'm like thinking, guys, if you're in that amount of trouble, can you please take a book to the hospital? You'll need something to read. Because when you're sitting there getting iron infusion, blood transfusion, any other infusion that you need, you can't do nothing. You're just sitting there like a sick, sorry-ass dog going, well, I'm sick, but I'm never too sick to read a book. Why didn't I bring a fucking book along? So when the doctors tell me to turn off my braille display, I'm like, what? And I've got my iPad here and I can't even see it. And the doctors are like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I hope so, because I can't see. I need to physically feel. And I can bring headphones, but then nurses and doctors want me to hear what they're saying. And I'm like, well, you either let me put on headphones and use voiceover, or you let me use my fucking braille display. Which one will it be? So everyone opts for me using my braille display, so they don't have to touch my arm to get me to get my headphones off. I'm lucky I'm in a situation where I don't have to be in the hospital at the moment, because, I mean, there are so many sick people there. Like, really, really sick. Very unwell. There are so many really, really, like, people are that sick that they can't even read without spewing, or their headache's getting worse, or, you know, if you're that sick that you can't sit up without getting dizzy, you can't read without getting sick, so basically you're bored but you can't do a damn thing because you're too sick, then yeah, that's how sick you need to be to go to the hospital. Talking of that, I'm going to have some Panadol. My throat's hurting me, but shut your mouth. Don't say anything about that tomorrow when my lesson starts. Just, you know, shut up. Like, be quiet. Like shush. Hush up. Don't say nothing to people.
Mabel, now, new message from Chloe. Hey Michelle, smiling face. Yet no problem. See you on the 8th of September.
Don't need to know. Yeah, just, you know, hush up and say nothing unless it's important. If it's about me getting sick, then no one needs to know unless they're the doctor.
Record. Amazon, Uber, Mabel, Medicare, Mabel. Mabel, home, back, button banner, land, type a message, multi-line text, open, yet no problem. See, type a message, open, yet no problem. See you on the 8th of September. Type a message, multi-line text field N, space, dictate. -4, pause, button, -40.3.
Sorry, I'm back. I just had to interrupt the recording a second to deal with to
Mabel,
write
now,
to
new message from iPad microphone.
To write to a support worker. Anyway, I did that, and I forgot to get my didn't get my Panadols. Shit. Fuck. Didn't get Panadol. Come on, Panadol. No, I don't want a lozenge. I want Panadol. Ooh. These Panadol liquid caps are hard to open. Liquid gel caps. God. So, I took my 2 Panadol now. I'm going to take my probiotic overnight. With an empty stomach, you take your probiotic. It's working quite well. So then I'll take some Panadol in the morning. I won't take Claritine right now, but I will take it tomorrow morning and on Wednesday morning. But yeah, I will not be telling anyone who does not need to know about my problems Unless it's like serious, like they need to know if I've got hay fever issues and they get worried about me breathing funny or something. It's not something to... It's not something to immediately get the doctor involved over, because I can take medication for it. But if it's anything else, just shh, like shut up, like be quiet about it, don't say nothing. Just shush, like beeswax, business, mind it. Mind your business. Yeah. I live by the motto, you mind your business and I'll mind mine. That's how I live. I've always lived that way, actually. It is a good motto to abide by. And I'm doing a little bit of reading. Doing a little bit of reading tonight and doing a whole lot of reading tomorrow after my orientation lesson, which will be good. But yeah, I've told support workers if I'm that sick that I can't even get food delivered to the door, then I probably need to be at the doctor's. Oh, settling down for the night now. I'm settling down. Yay! I have to be up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, that fucking reminds me, I need to set my, I'll deal with that right now. What am I putting with all my other things here? Hang on, let me have a look. Okay. Got zinc, B, C, D, level and Christic. Then I'm doing a Claritine. Then I'm doing 2 Panadols. It's that. Yes, I'm doing all of that in the morning at 7 a.m. Oh, I've got 1 Panadol left. That's okay, I'll keep that. No good chucking that away, is it? Oh my god, no. So I've got 14 iron tablets set aside in a different container because the doctor is extremely strict about the number of iron pills women take, or the number of iron, you know, how many IV iron infusions, how many intramuscular iron injections every 4 weeks. Do you need more than 1 iron, thing per week? It's like, well, not per week, but they're very strict. Some people have 10 iron tablets in a week. Some people have 1 iron tablet every few days. Some people take iron tablets each day, 7 every week for 2 weeks in a row, and then they stop and have a break for 3 weeks, then 2 weeks of iron, one each day. Some people need to take 2 tablets each day. What the doctor is concerned about is these tablets are not just like having a piece of steak and salad and veggies. These tablets are like designed to really load you with iron. So when you take 1 iron tablet, you're essentially having a piece of steak every day, pretty much. Except that there's an ingredient in these tablets which makes your body absorb the iron a lot faster than if you just ate a piece of steak. You'd take in the iron that you need and the rest of it goes out of your body. Well, with these supplements, your body wastes iron, but it takes in a lot more than what you would usually waste eating a piece of steak. Now, because I'm not an actual medical professional, I can't give you the math to calculate how that mechanism works in your body. But basically, if you're taking medication, it's very easy to overload on certain substances. Like, if you were to deliberately overload on steak and chicken, you might possibly get a big overload of maybe vitamin A or vitamin K or something after like a couple of weeks of eating. If you're a freaky eater and eat chicken every day and eat a lot of chicken every day. I'm not a freaky eater, so I'm not considered a freaky eater just yet. So, yeah, I'm probably pretty safe. So, I guess when you're taking a supplement every day, you're essentially looking at not only what your body takes in from the elemental, stuff that's in it, like the iron, the magnesium or whatever, you're taking in the ingredient that tells your body, hey, don't waste this, you need it. You're telling your body that it needs something that it could probably do with wasting a bit of, It'll waste what it doesn't need. But when you're telling your body that it needs it, it then tells your body, your kidneys and liver to, hey, don't waste this. We need this for, your blood or whatever muscular structure, your teeth. Do not get rid of it. The problem with that is your tablets tells your body never waste it. So then your body gets overloaded and then it's like, oh, fuck, I can't get rid of this. And now I'm sick. So, unlike food where your body sort of knows I'm too full, I'm so sick of eating this stuff, I've eaten it every day for a month, I can't do it anymore. There's no way for your body to say, hey, I'm really sick of this supplement. It just loads up until eventually you get ill. Very unwell from overdosing. Because there's no way for your body to say, hey, I think I've had enough of this shit, I'm sick of it, I'm never eating mandarins again for the next 6 months because I've eaten enough vitamin C to sink a battleship. When you're taking vitamin C, you're loading up on it and your body's like, oh fuck, I don't even have time to get rid of it, So then it keeps an overdose of, well, it's hard to overdose vitamin C because you pee it out anyway, but with each tablet that you take, you can take in more than you need from time to time. So the doctor has to have the exact number of medications every day. If I'm taking it on a cyclical basis permanently, They need to know every 4 weeks how many tablets is that. So I take vitamin C every day. The doctor isn't concerned. I take magnesium every single day. I'm only allowed to have 7 magnesium tablets a week. That is 28. I have exactly 28 magnesiums per month, 30 or 31 if you think of 30 and 31 days in each month. So the round figure is 28 and the precise figure is 31, minus 2 or 3 tablets if some days have 30 and 28 days. The average figure is 28 tablets per month. So if I have to have more than 28 tablets per month, that would be more than 1 tablet a day. The doctor would have to find out what's going on to make me need extra magnesium. Now, I take 14 iron tablets per month. The doctor doesn't want me to take it every day of the month, just every day for 1 or 2 weeks, and no more than 2 weeks per month. I'll eventually need to get a test done to make sure I'm not overloading iron. Now, one of my support workers said that she overloads on iron, but the problem is she's got a genetic disorder that makes her body not get rid of iron. So her body stores it, but her body doesn't get rid of it. It doesn't come out much in blood, it doesn't come out in sweat. Whereas my body drains out all of my iron intake, and I guess it drains out like you get, tap water out of a tap. I take it and I have to load up on it because otherwise I might as well not be taking iron. It would be a waste of time taking it if I didn't take so much of it. Now, there is a slight risk of overdosing, but due to me and the doctor calculating how much I can have each month and then eventually getting a test done, I guess the only way for me to overload my storage of iron, would be to take more than recommended by the doctor. So if I were to take iron for 3 weeks every month, that would probably be too much. That would probably be way too much. Because when I eat like seafood and that, there's heaps and heaps of iron in squid and prawns and that. There's a fuckload of iron in it. So I load up on iron with seafood. But then if I'm not careful to keep a maintenance, it's called maintenance therapy, I can eat all the food in the world and still have major health issues around my menstrual cycles. So I still have to be a bit careful and keep a maintenance therapeutic dose of iron so that I don't suffer too much. And it's working so far. It's making it a whole lot better. Now, the worst issue I find annoying is a metal taste that I get in my mouth for something like a week. Once I stop taking that iron for the next 3 weeks, it goes away. It's fine. It goes away after 2 days. My support workers worry about it, but when I'm in the hospital on IV drips and that, I get all strange sensations and tastes and that going on. So when I take a lot of pills, I'm used to having strange tastes in my mouth because to me that's just, I don't know if I would say philosophically part and parcel of living, but I'm just used to it because it's part of my normal routine that I'll have to put up with a bad taste here and there. Sometimes it tastes salty, sulfur, metal, And the doctor freaks out and goes, oh, why do you need all these pills? And I'm like, why do I need to get sick? So the doctor's like, oh, okay, well, why not? And I'm like, well, why can't I take the pills? Doctor's like, oh, okay, we'll take them then. No complaints, take them. And I'm like, well, if something's causing problems, I'll chuck it in the bin. Like, I got rid of the magnesium sleeping pills because, this is what the doctor thought I was taking. And I said, nope. No, I've consistently had to stop taking them because they just weren't any good. And I thought, I don't know if it's the magnesium or if it's the other ingredients in them. So try the magnesium chelate. If it's too much, I can stop taking it, which I had been skipping it. Then I would take another one and try taking it for a few days until I felt a bit... It wasn't woozy, it was more like overly groggy. Then I got used to it and I'm like, well, I'm not getting any sicker. I could always just take magnesium chelate every single night for more than a week, and then if I feel sick, like really bad, or I have side effects that don't go away, then maybe I'll stop taking it. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. The only persistent side effect is grogginess. Well, who doesn't want to be a little groggy at night time so that you can sleep? Otherwise, I can't sleep. I need to be able to sleep. So I'd rather take magnesium every fucking day. So now that's what I'm doing. The iron pills give you extra vitamin B12 and vitamin C. So I sort of have to be a bit careful that I don't, because you pee out the vitamin C and B12 that you don't need in your body. But again, because it's a pill, it would be like eating 2 punts of strawberries a day, I guess, which that's a lot. But that's how quick you can overload on these minerals and vitamins. So again, if the doctor calculates how much I'm allowed to have, then it doesn't matter, I won't overload. So now I don't eat as many strawberries. I don't eat as many bloody strawberries, which I should be eating them, but I don't eat as many. But, I like strawberries, so I can eat them from time to time. And then I told the doctor how much I love bananas, and because there is so much potassium in potato chips. See, everyone says potatoes no good for you. Do you know how much potassium is loaded into one potato? So then I eat a whole bucket of chips, which has like 3 or 4 potatoes. That is taking, if you take a potassium pill, that's like taking one of those a day. So the doctor's like, holy fucking, you eat banana and you drink orange juice. Holy shit. And milk. Milk is loaded with potassium. I mean, it's loaded with calcium too, but holy fuck, it can stuff up your iron levels and your zinc levels. It can cause a major deficiency in some of those minerals. So now I drink a lot of milk, but I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit leery of over-consuming milk. Like, when I used to over-consume it, and I'm like, holy shit, I won't do that anymore, because I started to get sick, like chronic sick. It was like, I'm getting more and more sick, on a weekly basis. I need to drink a little less milk, and now I'm okay, I'm not getting sick anymore. And then I had to go over to lactose-free milk and skim milk for a while. I'll eventually be telling my support workers, I need a break from drinking milk, I need to get some skim milk, because, yeah, I'm drinking too much milk, just get me skim milk. So, yeah, obviously not at the moment, but I'm sort of a phase in, phase out freaky eater where right now I'm not doing any freaky eating. But when I do freaky eating, I have to change my diet for a month to fix it. So that's going to be fucking fun when summer starts, because I'll be doing some freaky eating, and then the doctor will have to tell me to eat less bananas. Like, doctors tell people to eat more banana. She gets frightened when I tell her how many I eat. And I'm like, well, sorry lady, but I don't know that I'm eating bananas to overload on minerals. I'm just eating them because I'm like a fucking monkey. I'm like a feral child. I love eating banana. Fuck the overdosing of minerals. Like, what am I doing? And the doctor's just like, oh shit. Okay, in that case, you just need to eat less rather than more. And I'm like, oh God, and then I'll have withdrawal symptoms because I like fruit. So now, because I eat so many fucking broccolis and potato and pumpkin and that, I pretty much just have a banana here and there, because you can have a banana a day, but I will eat like 3 or 4 bananas a day if given a chance. So I'll sort of pig out on my 3 or 4 bananas and then go, right, no more till next week, because that would be like taking a potassium pill out of a jar and having 3 of them. Because I don't just eat the 4 bananas, I'll have 2 buckets of potato chips almost. I'll cut up 3 or 4 fresh potatoes and make chips. And then I'll have a piece of steak. And then I'll take my magnesium tablet and my iron tablet. And that all seems to be a lot for one day. But when my menstrual cycle comes up for 3 days, like, it's exhausting. And the less exhausted I feel, the better I'll tolerate my menstrual cycle, and then I just don't make any deal out of it because I'm not suffering a lot. It's fine. So the doctor conceded to all of that, so long as I'm not being excessive, because otherwise I'll have to have more tests done to find out what's making me excessive about the potassium intake and the intake of sodium, which is a hell of a lot. And I'm like, my blood pressure keeps on plummeting out. It keeps on getting too low. So the doctors are like, your blood pressure's too high. For you it's normal, but it's really high. You need it fixed. Now it keeps on fucking plummeting. It goes high, but instead of staying up in the higher than normal range like it used to, it just bottoms out. It goes up and then it sits up high for a while, and then I'll sit down and read and have a sleep, and that's when it fucking goes really low. The lowest mine's been is like 115 over like 100, 90, 80, 75, something like that. Maybe when I'm as sick as a dog, it'll plummet to like 100, 110, like 110 over fucking 70. Like, that is so low. So now the doctor's panicking that the magnesium's going to make it get low all the time, not just sometimes low and sometimes it comes up high, So now my blood pressure gets high, but it doesn't stay high all day. It sort of, fluctuates between high and low, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I get laughing gas at the dentist. My blood pressure skyrockets when I panic. It then bottoms down to super low when I'm sleeping, and the dentist is like, holy fuck, no wonder you and your doctors are getting worried. And then when I'm back to normal, blood pressure will sit about 130, 140-ish, those blood pressures. And the diastolic, or is it the systolic or something, blood pressure will sit between 90 is like the lowest that it should be, about, or 80 if I'm sleeping. And with exercise, the bottom blood pressure number would be at like 110 or 20, something like that. And the highest would be like 160, something like that, with a lot of exercise. And when I'm feeling normal after the dentist, it'll sit at like, probably 135, maybe 130, over probably 110 or 115 or something. So, like, no wonder people are getting worried about me, because, it's lucky that my blood pressure doesn't stay very low or very high all day, but holy fuck, when it bottoms out, yeah, it's like, is it going to stay this way and you'll die from it? No, it's just normal, but it's kind of, the high blood pressure needs to be dealt with so it doesn't stay high, but you also shouldn't be plummeting your blood pressure. Maybe have a little bit more sodium. Maybe have a little bit more water. And I'm like, doctor, excuse me, love, but I've been trying to tell you that for how many hours today? And you're telling me that 4 litres of water is too much? And then you say, I'm sorry, you need a bit more water. You're having too much salt. No, don't worry about it, darling, you need some more salt. I've been trying to tell you that and you're not listening. Oh, God. So, bring on the blood pressure fluctuations, and salt fixes and water fixes it. So please, don't tell me to drink less water, because it kind of makes me go, yeah. I'm a little sick now. Can I have some more water? Because I'm going to be sick and die soon. No, I'm serious. I need to drink. On a very sedentary day, when I'm really lazy and body is all sluggish and slow and... Okay, maybe 2 litres of water isn't bad. But if you get me up and moving and exercising and talking and drinking coffee and tea and having lunch, and then you say, no, you can't have more than 2,000 millilitres of water today, I'm just like, are you trying to help me collapse today or what? Like, fuck you. I'll drink as much water as I need, and if you don't like it, put your pipe up your bum and smoke it, because I'm going to drink the water anyway. Like, just please, fuck off. I'll drink what I need. So, apparently I'm not drinking too much water or having too much salt. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. So, my throat's a little bit better. It's sort of sore still, but it's okay. I'm just not telling no one in the morning. I'm just going to do what I usually do best, which is shut your mouth. And if I'm really unwell, then speak up and say, I need to go to the doctor. Or, I need to go to bed. But, shut up about the cold and flu symptoms, because no one really needs to know. And yes, when I'm at the doctor and I say, I've had to take some hay fever medications and that, they then check my temperature and pulse and that to find out why I'm sick, but I don't have the flu. And they're like, what do you do when you're anxious? And then I show them and they go, oh, well, something else is wrong with you because books don't usually make you sick. No, they don't. Reading and games and going out is not the cause of me getting sick. So don't you dare tell me to go out less or read less because that is not going to change. No. I'm not getting sick because I've decided that I want to get sick today. How do I get anxious and freak out and deliberately create a psychiatric drama just so that I can get sick? Like, maybe how do I not get sick exactly is what I'm asking. Not how can I get sick, how can I not get sick maybe. But as soon as you talk about mental health, it's like, oh, does that make you sick too? Well, yes, but I'm sitting down and I'm not doing something that will actually make me suffer more, because that would be a fucking stupid idea. So, can we please get back to reality and find out what is not working? Because I'm telling you what's working. We need to fix what is not working. It's great to look at what's going well. Let's look at what's bad and please fix it, because I would not be talking to the doctor if I knew how to fix it. And I didn't go to the doctor to tell them that I like reading to make me less anxious. I go to the doctor to tell them what I usually do to fix my problems, and this time it ain't working, so don't tell me I'm not reading properly or I'm not taking magnesium properly. I'm swallowing fucking tablets. What else do you need me to tell you? And now they're all like, oh my God, and I'm like, yeah, oh my God, alright, I've been trying to tell you for fucking days. Yeah. Eventually people figure out that you live in the real world, or that I live in the real world, and when shit hits the fan, it really is hitting the fan. But yeah, I'm not going to be awake for half the night dealing with braille labels like I was, because I'm burnt out today. I am so burnt out. I will be doing a little bit of reading though. And then, oh, fuck knows what I'll be doing after that. I have no idea. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. I might play a little bit of Fruit Pot and listen to YouTube as well. I'll probably do that. Probably have a bit of a read, then listen to YouTube while I play Fruit Pot. And oh, I need a fucking shower. I keep forgetting that I need a shower. And then I don't have one, and I'm like, oh, no wonder my scalp is getting more itchy. But yeah, when anyone tries to tell me how to justify poor hygiene, I just say, okay, go and live in a pigsty. I don't want to live there with you. Bye. See ya. Fuck off and enjoy living with the pigs, because I don't want to be there. Goodbye. So, yeah.
Minus 21.6. Pause. Stop.
We'll
button.
be back probably very early in the morning, because I need to get up anyway. And I'm going to count to you how many pills I need to take in the morning. I have got, how many pills do I really need to take in the morning? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the morning, before 7 a.m, I have got 10 tablets that I need to take. 10 of them. Plus my Vicks decongestant. Need to take that now. I had to take Nasonex before, so that was 2 different medications, plus Panadol equals 3. Vitamins equals a 4th category of medication. Antidepressant and Levolinets. So today, I literally had to take 6 different medications, and tomorrow I am taking 8 different category of medication. Yeah. Yes, I fucking take a lot of pills and other inhalers every fucking day. No, I don't take Panadol every single day, but I do take between 7 pills at the least and 14 at most. 14 tablets of several different medications. Almost 8 types of medication. Which is fucking crazy. But since December, when I had that massive breakdown, I've had to take so many different pills. And now the doctor has to calculate every 4 weeks the exact number of each tablet, so that, say I need to take more than a certain number of those pills, the doctor can do a special test to make sure that, and I don't believe it, but they have to make sure I'm not overdosing it, or I'm actually not getting more sick, which if I am, then I'm not overdosing at all. I'm taking more tablets because I need them, not because I'm trying to overdose them. So that's what they'll tend to find. But their first thought is, oh, you're just overloading on your pills, you know what's going on. It's like, you'll find out that I'm not lying to you when you do this fucking test, that I'm not trying to overload on my pills. You can find out what's actually wrong with me to fix it. So anyway, all good for now. I'll be back early in the morning because I've got to take 10 pills before 7 o'clock, or by 7 a.m. I've got to have my 10 pills taken. So I got to get up and eat brekkie. Oh, and I've got to take my probiotic tonight too. That's pill number 11. Holy fuck. My support workers think I exaggerate when I say, oh, I need to get 3 boxes of tissues. Then when they find out how many pills I have to take and inhalers and that, they're like, oh, you're not exaggerating, you're not lying. And I'm like, well, maybe it would help if you actually start believing me for once. Stop assuming something that you don't know. Maybe actually start believing me. Anyway, I've got everything set up for tomorrow. I'll be back then.